Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Guys, here in Canada it's very cold. We are already in the winter season and you have to know how to dress so that you don't experience the cold out there, but we are managing. Returning subscribers, thank you so much for your love and support. If you are new guys, you are welcome. Now, the purpose of this video today, I want to share with you guys the occupations that are going to be in demand in 2023 and maybe in a long time to come. It's very important as you are coming to Canada or as you are planning your journey to Canada for you to have an idea of what kind of career you would want to venture into. And with the changes that are happening right now in the express entry, I feel like this is the best time for me to share this video with you so that you know the kind of careers that you can pursue and you have a high possibility of coming here to Canada and settle down easily, because it will be easy for you to find a job. And when you are talking about occupations in demand, you also look at the salary, guys, because at the end of the day, the reason why we work is because we have needs that we need to cater to. We need the money so that we can be able to survive and pursue our goals. But at the same time, you also need to drive satisfaction from what you do. So these are the in-demand jobs or in-demand careers for the coming year and maybe in the many years to come. The first occupation, guys, that I'm going to talk about, of course, I think you've guessed already. It's registered nurses. Guys, this occupation or this career, it's here and it's here to stay. Right now, Canada is facing a huge shortage in the health sector for nurses. So if you are somebody who loves caring for people, you love helping people, taking care of the sick, this is a career that you might need to consider if you move to Canada eventually. Maybe if you don't have the possibility of moving to Canada right now, you might want to enroll for nursing wherever you are, a proper program. And the educational requirements for you to practice as a registered nurse, they need you to have a bachelor's degree, guys, in nursing. And here in Canada, the provinces that offer most nursing jobs or that have a high demand for nurses, it's Northwest Territories, we have Nunavut, we have Yukon. These areas, they have a very high demand for nurses, but they tell me it's very cold over there, but the salary also is very attractive. And guys, you can not only stop by being a registered nurse, you might want to pursue nursing further and do a master's in nursing so you can become a nursing practitioner. And this is also a very lucrative career. Of course, it comes with demands. The higher you go, guys, the high demanding also it becomes. But if you do your master's in nursing, guys, I've heard nurse practitioners who talk about $100 to $120 per hour as their salary. You can also do licensed practical nursing if you come to study here in Canada, and this is a 2-year diploma that you can do. And the salary for licensed practical nurses, it's around 55,564 Canadian dollars per year. For registered nurses, the average salary, it's around $70,975 Canadian dollars per year, which can be more or less depending, of course, on your skills and experience and the employer, of course. The second profession that is going to be on high demand in the coming years, 2023, it's doctors. Right now, guys, there's a high shortage of doctors here in Canada. It's very difficult for one to find a family doctor. So whatever it is you decide to become as a doctor, either a general practitioner, family physician, or a specialist, there is high demand for those people here in Canada. Of course, I know it's difficult for internationally trained doctors to come and train here in Canada, but this is a profession that is worth pursuing because the salary is also very high. Doctors can earn the median salary is 216,833 Canadian dollars per year. You can even earn as high as 451,997 Canadian dollars per year. Of course, guys, to become a doctor, you need to do your first degree in sciences, biology, chemistry, whatever you decide, and you need to do another 4 years as you pursue your Doctor of Medicine. And if you decide to specialize, then that will add on to the number of years. It takes long to train, but the benefits, they are very high once you are done. And guys, I feel that nursing, doctors, these are professions that you need to be called to do. Like if you feel that this is not for you, then you don't need to go into these kind of professions just for the money only, but you need to have a heart for helping people. The third occupation in demand, it's web developers or software engineers. Guys, the technological sector here in Canada, it's booming. Technology is here to stay and it's advancing on a daily basis. So if you are a specialist in website development or applications, there's nothing these days that you do without the need to download an app, go on Google Play Store and download an app. So these people will be on demand in a long time to come. And you will find that they have many immigration pathways to Canada. We have right now the Canada Global Talent Stream and many provincial nominee programs. They want to attract web developers or software engineers to Canada. The average salary, it's 72,627 Canadian dollars. And of course, guys, you need to have at least a bachelor's degree, and maybe you can pursue further and do a master's and do some certifications that will help you to find a good job that is to your satisfaction. The fourth occupation that I want to talk about is truck drivers. Yes, guys, truck drivers. Recently, if you've been following, truck drivers can also now apply to Canada through the express entry, which is something that is very good. It's a good opportunity for truck drivers, and there's a high demand in almost all the provinces here in Canada for truck drivers. And you will find that truck drivers also, they can easily find a job even from outside Canada. So guys, if you are a truck driver or you know someone who knows how to drive those big trucks, they are needed here in Canada. And what do you need? Most of the time you need a college diploma. Of course, you need to know how to drive, a license from your home country. But when you come here to Canada, you will do on-the-job training, of course. And of course, you need to get your Canadian license for you to be able to drive. The median salary for truck drivers is $24 per hour. So guys, this is another career to consider. If you love driving those big trucks from coast to coast, helping the Canadian economy to flourish, you may look into truck driving because it's a very good career here in Canada, and truck drivers are on demand all over Canada. The fifth profession that I'm going to talk about, guys, it's welders. Yes. So you'll find that most people who are in the skilled trades, they have more opportunities here in Canada. Canada has a huge manufacturing industry, hence the need for welders. And you will find that many provinces, they have a high demand for welders, and that makes it very easy for welders, even if you come on work permit, to convert your work permit to permanent residence. You can use the provincial nominee programs. There are many options even on which city you want to immigrate to. But if you are a welder and you are looking for jobs, you might want to look at Nova Scotia, Prince Edward Island, and Saskatchewan. Those provinces, they have a high demand for welders. And in future, guys, the demand for welders is expected to increase even, because right now the average wage of welders is 55. The average age, of welders is 55 years, which means that in 10 years time, most of the welders that are working right now here in Canada, they will retire. So that gives an opportunity for those people who want to join this prestigious career and do welding, and then you are on your way to Canada and permanent residence. The average salary for welders, guys, is $26 per hour. You can earn more or less depending on your skills and experience. And of course, guys, your employer. The minimum educational requirements in general, you need to have maybe a diploma or some certificate. And of course, experience is very important because this is a hands-on job. The 7th occupation, it's electrical engineers, guys. There are many options for these people to permanent residents, and Ontario and Quebec they top the list when it comes to demand for electrical engineers. The entry-level salary that you can get as an electrical engineer, it's $65,000 to 70,000 Canadian dollars per year. And if you have more experience, you can even earn as high as 125,000 to 130,000 Canadian dollars. If you are considering coming to Canada as an electrical engineer and you are looking for jobs, you might want to check Calgary, Toronto, and Edmonton. Those cities, they hire many electrical engineers. What are the requirements? Educational requirements: you need to have a bachelor's degree, or of course you can pursue and get a master's. You also might need licensing by a provincial or territorial association of engineers here in Canada, depending on which province you are moving to. The 8th occupation, guys, it's data analysts. Like I said, technology is here and it's advancing on a daily basis, and so many companies and data is generated, every second, every minute. There's lots of data that is generated, and companies and organizations, they need people who have the expertise for them to be able to analyze that data, interpret it, make conclusions, and give recommendations. So if you're someone who likes working with figures, you have that curiosity, and you like, you are creative, you are able to interpret and analyze and eventually give recommendations from big data, then this is another career that you might want to consider. And as a data analyst, guys, you can earn, the median salary is $39 per hour, but you can even earn way more than that or less, depending on the employer, of course. So this is just like an average salary that I'm giving. And one thing also that I like about data analysis, guys, is there are so many opportunities for you to work remotely. You don't need to wake up every day and be going to the office, because you can just be connected and you can be able to do your work. Many opportunities for remote jobs for people who are in the data analysis field. So this is another career to consider. If you like numbers, if you love working with figures, then you can come to Canada and pursue data analysis. The educational requirements, guys, the world is full of, free platforms where you can learn data analysis even on your own. I know so many people who self-trained themselves how to code, and they've developed from there. You do a certificate in data analysis. There are so many boot camps that you can attend, some of them 12 weeks, some of them 6 months, where you can be trained to become a data analyst. So you don't necessarily need a degree for this. As long as you have the passion for numbers and you want to learn how to do this, I think this is something that you can venture into. I know some people who came to Canada and they moved from arts to becoming data analysts. So it depends on what your career aspirations are, but this is something that you may want to look into, especially when you're moving to Canada, because it's a lucrative career here in Canada and you find many job opportunities. The 9th occupation that I want to talk about, guys, it's business analysis. And business analysis, these are again people who are working in the technological field, and people who are working as business analysts, they tell me that you don't really need the hard skills that a data analyst need. You don't need coding, though it's important for you to know how to code, because business analysts are like bridging the gap between the IT department and the business department of an organization. So if you are also a curious person who wants to find solutions to problems, then this is another career that you might want to look into. And you will find that Here in Ontario, they hire many business analysts. Another province that you might want to look into is Manitoba for business analysis, and New Brunswick also. And guys, for you to become a business analyst, there is no minimum educational requirement. Of course, if you have a degree or diploma in whatever field, you can always venture into business analysis, more or less similar to data analytics, where you can attend boot camps, where you can do some certificate online. Here in Canada, there are so many, academy that are training people to become business analysts, and some of them, they will teach you the soft and hard skills of a business analyst in 3 to 6 months, and you are on your way to go. So I believe that it depends on the drive that you have as an individual, but business analysis is also the way to go if you move here to Canada. And of course, you might also want to consider getting certified as a business analyst with the IB Institute. So once you start researching and you want to venture into business analytics, I'm sure you will attend workshops, webinars where you can learn how you can do it step by step. And this is not a regulated profession. Anybody can become a business analyst as long as you have the passion and you know that it's something that you can do. The average salary for a business analyst is 74,233 Canadian dollars per year. You can earn more or less depending on those factors that I'm mentioning to you guys. Another career to consider when you move to Canada is project management. Yes, guys, you'll find that these days so many companies and organizations, they are running projects, and you as a project manager, you are responsible for planning and overseeing projects to make sure they are completed on time and within budget. And I've seen also the excitement that is there when you are a project manager, because the organization that I'm working for, we work on projects, and I've seen how the zeal and the excitement that project managers have, because it's like you are taking care of a baby from the day it is born until a day when the baby begins to make maybe baby steps and all those things. You see how it's developing. So when you are running and managing a project, it's more or less like your baby, and I think it's exciting. It depends on what you want as a person and the kind of things that excite you or your passion. And you'll find that project management, especially here, is on high demand in the construction sector. And how do you become a project manager? Again, there's no really a clear career path. But what I can say is, as a project manager, if you want to pursue that career path, so you eventually become a project manager, you need to identify the skills that you have already, develop those skills, maybe earn a certificate or diploma in project management, and it will not do you any harm also if you become certified by the Project Management Institute, because that will add more weight to your resume, so that when you are applying for jobs, people can see that you are a certified project manager. And of course, you don't get certified right away, guys. They want you to have some sort of experience before you take this certification exam, but that will be something that you might want to consider if project management is something that you may want to venture into. The average salary is 80,754 Canadian dollars. You can earn way more than that or less. The 11th occupation, guys, is financial controllers or accountants. With the way the technology is advancing and there are so many startup companies here in Canada, you will find that companies and these organizations will always need people who can manage their finances, right? So if you are working as a financial controller, or if you are working as an accountant, then this is also another career option that you might consider. And what do you require for you to become an accountant or for you to work as a financial controller? You need a bachelor's degree in business, accounting, or any related field. And of course, a master's degree can add also weight to your resume, But if you don't have a master's degree here in Canada, you can always pursue, certifications and become designated as a chartered professional accountant here in Canada. And then you can be on your way to looking for positions such as an audit or account manager or financial controller. The median salary for this category of occupation is $52 per hour according to the job bank. So this is something to consider. Again, if you love numbers and if you love working, handling money, managing finances, controlling the finances of an organization, it's another career to look into here in Canada come 2023 and the many years to come, because organizations will always need this category of people. The last occupation, but not least, guys, is human resources professionals. Yes, because many provinces, guys, any company or organization, they need human resources professionals. And right now, Canada is facing a huge labor shortage. And for them to be able to identify the talent that they need, organizations are looking for people. Hence, the need for human resources professionals. So guys, if you are somebody who loves working with people, finding and locating talent and matching talent with the correct organizations, human resources is another profession that you might want to look into. And what is required? A diploma or degree in human resources or any other related field. And of course, it will be important if you can go ahead and pursue the certification in human resources, so you become a certified human resources professional. That adds weight to your resume, and you are on your way to finding that job, maybe as a human resources manager, who knows. And the average salary, guys, for human resources professionals, it's $36.22 per hour. So guys, this is what I had to share with you. I just felt that it's important because before coming to Canada, I also looked for this kind of information because I wanted to be sure on the kind of career that I would pursue when I come here. So I hope this helps you as you pursue your Canadian journey, as you pursue your Canadian dream. This information will help you to decide on which career you might want to venture into eventually when you come to Canada. Be blessed, guys. I'll see you in my next video.